am one person who believes it is possible to heal irrespective of how wounded you are. And I say so not because I read it somewhere, but because I've seen my clients recover, some who are so deep in woundedness and they were able to rise. So what is this that makes some people find it so hard to heal? I'm going to educate you about it in this video. So the number one reason why some people find it hard to heal, it is because they are lazy, stroke they are not willing to do the work that is needed. And I say this with a lot of love. And it is something that I observe. I have a Facebook page. If you have not followed me, kindly follow me, Heal and Thrive with Jennifer Carrier. And it's something that I usually observe in the comment section whenever I do my post. I am able to detect laziness. Just wanting to stay and wait for things to just happen by themselves. For instance, I'll see a comment with someone saying that they are struggling with something, and I'll tell them, inbox me, WhatsApp me, I give you a book that can actually help you work on whatever it is that you're struggling with. And when I'm saying WhatsApp me, I usually don't give my number there, and it is purposeful. I want you to go to my page and search for my number. For me, if you are willing to do that work, find my number, inbox me so that I can give you the book. I usually feel convinced the effort that I'm going to give in attending to you, it's worth it. Because often what happens actually, when I tell many people inbox me, I give you that book, they don't. And for those who do, most of them, not most, many of them, I'm willing to bet on this. Many of them, they just take the book and then keep it, archive it. They never read it. And I usually recommend the books that I'm so sure if you go through it, it can really help you heal whatever you are struggling with. Because let me be honest with you, it's not like the only way you can heal is therapy. Therapy actually fast tracks the progress or the process. Otherwise, if you are really committed and disciplined, you can be able to heal, to heal yourself using healing books. And how do I know that many people actually just keep the books aside, they don't read them, they never even open them? It's because some of these people, I have met them, or they forget that I gave them that book. They come again to my inbox to ask the same question. And that is when I know you are yet to even, read that book. And sometimes I usually ask them, did you read the book that I can see that I gifted you? And they're like, okay, I started, but I just read a few pages, mini, and so on. So the reason why many people find it hard to heal, it is because they are lazy and they're not willing to do whatever work is required. And this does not just apply to books. It applies to everything else that you need to do. Keeping yourself from people who are dragging you into woundedness. And I'll go to that in point number 2. Removing yourself from toxic environments. Working hard if you need to so that you can get out of a space that is contributing to your woundedness, and so on and so forth. So many people are lazy, and that is why they find it hard to heal. The second reason why some people will find it very hard to heal, it is because of the people that they associate with. Yes, a big reason why so many people will never heal. It is because they have kept within their space people who add onto their woundedness. And this applies whether it is family, friends, colleagues, or whoever you spend your day with. I want to challenge you to do something if you are watching me right now. I want you to sit down and scan through all the people that you spend your days with and ask yourself, what impact do they have on me? Because there is nothing like being neutral. There is nothing like neutral impact on the people you associate with. So they are either adding onto your woundedness or promoting your healing. So what you find is that some people, when you're wounded, you tend to attract people who are also wounded. Whether it is your friends, okay, for family you don't choose, but you also find that in a family, if you are wounded, you most likely come from a family where people are wounded as well. Either it is your siblings or your parents. So what usually happens is so many people, they have around them people who are also wounded. And because these people are wounded, they kind of validate your woundedness and make it feel like it is just, they actually help you normalize. Because they're like, okay, even where I come from, this is how we do things. And when you have such kind of thinking, I'm telling you, it becomes hard to work on the things, issues that are disturbing you. In the same way, if you have friends who entertain you, venting, constantly complaining, they're always there, willing to listen to you, What reason will you have for healing? What reason will you have for removing yourself from spaces that are adding onto your woundedness? So the people you surround yourself with, and by the way, this is actually the reason why I created the book, the online support group, Heal and Thrive with Jennifer Carey. I created that support group to provide a safe space, safe in the context of facilitating your healing journey, a space where people can find, we are like a community. Actually, we are a community. We are a community of men and women who are committed to healing. So instead of spreading your wickets with the people who are actually worsening your woundedness, why don't you join such a group whereby you get to spend time with people who are also committed to overcoming the issues that they have? I leave that to you, but I challenge you. Whether you choose to join my group or whether you choose to do whatever else that you find fit, ensure that the people who you spend time with, they are people who promote your healing journey, not hinder it. Number three, the other reason why people find it hard to heal, it's because they have refused to let go of their unhealthy coping mechanisms. You know what happened? If you were wounded by your childhood or your past relationships or marriage, what usually happens, because man must live, that is what I usually say. Man must live. So somehow or somewhere along the way, you found some coping mechanisms that are unhealthy. They have been serving you quite well, but they're not healthy. You need to let them go and do the actual work that you need to do. An ideal and a common unhealthy coping mechanism, it is actually taking alcohol. Alcoholism, beach drinking, or however you understand it. So there are people who resort to taking alcohol and substances as a way of coping with the pain, with the bitterness, with the discomfort and the stresses that they are going through as a result of woundedness. Now, if you don't keep aside that unhealthy coping mechanism and look for other healthy coping mechanisms, but most importantly, address the problem. Because coping, it should be like a first aid, something you are doing in the short term as you look for whatever it is that you can do to sustainably address the problem. So if you hold on to the unhealthy coping mechanisms that you have adopted over the years, it becomes really hard to heal. And in fact, I challenge you to reflect on your life and on your daily life, and on your daily activities, and identify what are these things that you do that are actually coping mechanisms. And some are quite unlikely. For instance, did you know that self-sabotage is a coping mechanism? It is something that people do as a way of coping, as a way of avoiding dealing with the actual issue. Like, for instance, if you need to work hard at your job so that you can earn a promotion, some people use self-sabotage. They will fail to show up at work on time. They will fail to complete tasks on time. They are self-sabotaging their growth. Why? You may find that they have some underlying issues. Like, they know, if I grow, if I thrive in a career, much more will be expected of me, and I'm not able to deliver it. So what do? They self-sabotage. So I want you to reflect on your life, your work, whatever you do on a daily basis, and identify the coping mechanisms that you have adopted that are unhealthy. Because as long as those ones are in place, you will never heal. The other reason why people find it hard to heal, it's because they are trying to tackle every single thing at the same time. Mm-hmm. I remember some time back, I asked a guy to give me a list of the things that they feel they would need assistance with, and the list I got, it was so huge. Whereas it's okay to exhaust every single thing that you need to work on, I realized this guy had also been trying to work on all those things together. Let me tell you, you are not a superhuman. If you pick 100 issues that you need to work on and you're trying to work on all of them at the same time, you are not going to succeed in any. You see, so I usually say we have many traumas. In fact, I quote one of my favorite authors, Robin Sharma. The fact that we are here means we have gathered a lot of traumas along the way. So we have many traumas. We have so many things that we need to work on. But let me tell you, a recipe for failure in healing, it is trying to address everything at the same time. Pick an issue at a time and give yourself a timeline on which to work on it. And in fact, let me tell you, I know Now, when we are right now, as you are here, you have an issue in mind that you know you have a problem with. Let us say it is anger issues or trust issues or whatever it is. First, work on the ones that you know. You know, don't get so carried away exhausting the list, researching, reading books so that you can identify every single thing that you may be having. No. First, work on what you already know. Do you have anger issues? First, work on that. Once you're done with anger issues and you're able to put your anger in control, go to your trust issues if you have them. Then go to your self-esteem. Then go to your self-worth. Work on them one by one. Don't try to overwhelm yourself with everything. Because remember what I've told you, you are not a superhuman. And remember, our mind plays the role of protecting us. So if you are trying to overwhelm your mind with everything and anything that you need to work on, let me tell you, it is going to sabotage you. It will make sure, because it is not going to allow you to kill yourself with the labor. It is going to self-sabotage. That is how self-sabotage comes in. And you're going to fail to do anything. So again, pick an issue at a time. And only once you're done with an issue that you go to the next one. I hope that you have learned something from this video. Thank you so much for joining me. For sure, I would be lonely if I did these videos and no one watched. I really appreciate you. Now, I'm a practicing therapist. If you want to walk the healing journey with me, my number is down here. Just reach out, contact me, and I'll be more than happy to do it. Thank you so much, and remember to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.